I think long term, if they're looking to grow and they are looking to get into international business, then clearly starting up and putting the right things in place is going to be it will create the right culture within the organisation, and that ultimately will lead to an advantage. I also believe strongly that if you look at the way bribery and corruption is going at the moment, I very much liken it to anti-money laundering legislation back in the late 1980s when there was no such thing as anti-money laundering legislation. And if you look at how that's developed over the years, it's gone from being nothing to being a massive compliance issue now, particularly for the banking sector, but for many other companies as well. And if you look at the way that's developed over the years, it's become more and more important. And I think bribery and corruption will go the same way. I think we'll see more and more requirements coming into place. So ultimately, I think if you are a small company, you are starting up, you've got ambitions, do it right, get it in, embed it now. It will just make life so much easier going forward, and it will give you that protection, and ultimately it will give you a competitive advantage.
Absolutely, I agree. I mean, we do quite a lot of work with universities and students in these areas because actually they are our entrepreneurs and our business leaders of the future, and as they join the workforce, start their own businesses, run SMEs, it is possible to have these practices in place that are company size appropriate. It does not need to be a hugely belt and braces comprehensive system. It is possible to design it for an SME that works. In terms of your question on the business case, we've done quite a lot of work with family firms in the GCC, asking them questions about what they have in place and why they do this. And what comes across very clearly is a lot of it is about reputation and the business benefits of having that reputation. And many family firms in the region have been set up by a founder on the basis of very, very strong values. And now we see a transition where, as it moves to the second or third generation, it's necessary to encode those values and put systems into place that reflect those values, because the organisation is becoming more complex, more international, more far-reaching, and therefore you need those systems in place. It's not enough any longer for the founder to be saying, there's a zero tolerance attitude to corruption because I say so. There has to be some way to embed that right throughout the organisation and the value chain, and I think that is a huge drive.